What are you two kids talking about?
We could share it with you, Mr. Knight.
Then we'd have to kill you.
Then we'd have to kill you.
I'm
Just kidding, Doctor.
Let's just go to the game, come on. I can't remember where I was up to last time. Oh yeah, the policeman's office. I seem to remember I just left it here in a hurry because it was getting quite late. Oh, there we go. Wait, you can't hear that, can you? Why is it...
And a criminal commissar is like, what, a police detective in America?
Americans don't have so many ranks, I think. A German criminal commissar is, say, more like an English chief inspector.
Ah, P.D. James.
What?
Nothing.
Right, hold on a second. Boop. Turn off studio mode again. I can turn off the desktop set. There we go. Right, okay. You should be able to hear it properly next time.
Tell me about the other victims.
There we go.
What do you want to know?
How many victims have there been?
So it basically just taunted this guy until he agreed to tell you about the case.
Could there be bodies out there that you haven't found yet?
No. The killings have been done in broad daylight. Body parts left like a trail of boat criminal.
It's a werewolf that's doing this, we believe.
Jack the Ripper Wolf.
Bye-bye, Baileys. You were nice while you lasted.
When were the other victims killed?
The first was 32 days ago.
32.
2 days after the zoo wolves escaped. And the others?
The two teenage boys were killed 20 days ago. The Huber girl, 6 days ago.
They're speeding up.
It's a fine German accent, that, isn't it?
What about the locations of the killings? Any pattern there?
You can see for yourself if you like. I have a marked map on the wall.
I like the way he's got a German flag just there, just to remind us which country this is set in.
About 30 to 40 minutes outside the city. The first was killed north of München near Esching. The two males were killed in Feldkirchen, that's east. Tony Huber was killed on her parents' farm just west of Lach.
Tony! The killer.
What does forensics say about the killer?
Just get a big information, dump it at the beginning of the stream, that's what we want, isn't it?
But the bite marks, saliva, you've seen the bodies, I haven't.
All I can say is, it is an animal.
Mind if I take a guess? Your boys in the lab say the bite marks are canine and are closer to wolf than to dog. But beyond that, they can't pin it down. Nothing like it on the records. Probably a weird hybrid. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Oh, very smug.
Have you given any thought at all about the possibility of
What?
a werewolf?
I assume that's no then.
Never mind. The killer isn't one of the zoo wolves, is it?
That is information the press does not have, Mr. Knight. I expect it to stay that way.
I understand.
As you pointed out so loudly at the crime scene, evidence on the killer does not match what we know of the zoo wolves.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about that?
Either there is a mistake with the zoo records.
I think the zoo would know if they had a reddish-brown hybrid in the wolf kennel.
I didn't say it was likely. Another possibility is, of course, that another animal is responsible.
Wild?
Possibly.
Wild, mate, I'm livid.
A pet.
Hell of a pet.
As in maybe the reason you haven't been able to track the thing is that it's going into someone's home.
It's possible.
What's with that grin, though? That smile? Oh, yeah.
You keep saying an animal. You found evidence of only one animal? One bite pattern, one saliva type?
Yes.
Yet 2 wolves escaped from the zoo.
Yes.
As you say, the zoo wolves do not figure into this at all.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. No, I definitely would not say that.
Now, Lieber is interested in what he means. Go on, tell him.
Tell me about the latest victim.
My desk is a mess.
52 Grossberg was the name. He was a furrier. Ironic, isn't it?
A furrier. What an amazing coincidence. Have any theories about why the killer struck downtown this time?
No.
Downtown.
I read somewhere that wolves,
First, hello.
they don't kill close to their lair unless they're forced to.
Baudelaire! What are you talking about?
How's your new year been?
Not sure, actually. Random thought. Have you ever heard of anyone or anything called the Black Wolf?
The hair samples we have are all reddish brown.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if you'd heard of a black wolf in general.
Started the way you ended the last by getting mad at Neo. Yeah. Neo annoyed me as well. I didn't get very far in that game. Dramatic music, something's happening.
Here is this
What?
missing persons case. A runaway teenaged girl. It happened in 1989 in a town called Kirschel, in the Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald, Bavarian National Forest.
Uh-huh.
Does this guy ever do anything other than shout?
It was a sad case, you know. She was very pretty. Ah, yes. Here it is.
What?
There was a supposed witness. An old lady who lived on the edge of town near the woods. She says she saw the girl go into the woods the night she disappeared. Says the wolf got her.
The wolf?
The old lady had been complaining for some time about a huge black wolf in the woods. But no one believed her. She was verrückt, crazy.
Valut.
No one else ever saw the thing?
Hadn't been any wolves in those woods for 50 years.
So there was probably nothing to it.
That's what I thought at the time. Of course, that was years before this case. Never heard of wolf attacks back then.
But now he's not so sure. Bum bum bum. Missing persons cases.
Do you get a lot of missing persons cases in Germany?
Oh, sure. Mostly teenagers, runaways. It gets worse all the time. Families are not like they used to be, yes?
Thanks for the lurk.
It was not. That's all I wanted to know.
Good.
Good.
We discuss you now, yes?
I guess.
You want to tell me, or do I have to ask?
Ask.
I'm investigating the murder of Tony Yuba for her parents.
Why?
I'm an investigator. That's what I do.
You're an American PI?
You could say that.
And how did
He's
the
technic-
Ubers end up
he's-
hiring you?
Actually, an author.
Mutual friends?
I see. And is evidence you have?
A paw print and some hair samples from the Yuba farm. I spoke with some folks at the zoo as well.
All right, Mr. Knight. I don't know how the police deal with you in America, but in this country, we don't like civilian interference.
I understand.
If you hear something, you come to me. If you see something, you come to me. And under no circumstances are you to speak with the press. You do. And I'll have your passport.
You wouldn't like it. It was a bad hair day.
Hey, I refuse to believe he could have a bad hair day. Look at that magnificent hair he's got.
All right. I can't stop you from investigating. But stay out of our way.
This man is
Quiet as a shadow.
a very angry man. That's a good book you've put up there in the chat. That's a heck of a book. Oh, I'm still in the Cyberpunk category. Thank you very much. I haven't changed anything here, have I? Hold on. I haven't changed the title either. The Beast Within. Yeah, I completely forgot to change my stream information before I went live. I knew I was forgetting something. Silly me. That means my go live notification as well was completely inaccurate. But never mind. Boop. The game of the year was 13 cents. I don't know that one, Cursed. I don't know that one. Ooh. I mean, mine was quite predictably Elden Scrolls. So.
I don't have any more questions for the commissar.
Okay. Can we have a look at the map? Karl Grossberg.
Grossberg. Didn't Liba say that was the name of the guy who was killed last night?
I believe so. Can we take
Grossberg.
a note of that address somehow? Oh wait, he's got his notebook. Does this work? Yeah, there we go. Get that address. Elden, you bought Elden Ring just yesterday. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. It's a tremendous game. I might play it through again on stream at some point. No time soon, I don't think. When I get that urge to play Elden Ring again. Oof.
This map, it marks the locations of all the wolf killings, right?
Yes. What?
The one last night, the one in the middle, doesn't really fit, does it?
It has to fit. It happened.
He's got a point. He's got a point. I don't know how heavy 125 kilograms is. Because we go in stones here, so... I'll look that up. 125 kilograms in stones. 19.68 stones. Oh my god, I used to be up above that. I used to be above 20 stone in weight, and now I'm more like 17-ish.
I still
Oh,
say
yeah.
that one in the
Big
middle
boy.
is different.
Anything else? So we just got his address, I think, was it? I need to turn down the volume, but there we go.
At least he's neater than Detective Mosley. off.
Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble.
Of course.
What next then? What next? Can we use his address to go to that place? Is that it?
I don't want to bother the Baron again.
Oh, that's the Baron, isn't it? Okay, Marienplatz. Back to the farm for now? See if there's anything I can... Can I... Let's see, how do I read this again? I forget how... Oh, that's right. Okay, so there's the thing. Read it.
My notebook.
No, I want to read the...
My notebook.
Annoying. Oh, Grossberg's phone number. Okay. Yes, we do have a phone, so we'll use it on the phone. Let's give the number a call. I assume he'd written down his address, not just the phone number. Will anyone answer with him being dead?
Hello?
I miss rotary phones.
My name is Knight. I'm an American associate of Herr Grossberg's.
Yes? I was just calling the people in Herr Grossberg's address book to notify them. Have you heard that Herr Grossberg has...
Yes, I know about his death.
Yes, I'm sorry. Would you mind giving me your name again so I can check you off the list?
Knight.
Miller, Hoffman... I'm not finding you.
Could you check under Vaughn? It's Vaughn Knight.
Oh, so... Yes, von Eigner, von Frank, von...
Yeah, he looks like a Von Knight. He sounds like a Von Knight.
Excuse me, did you say Von Agner?
Yes?
Do you know Von Agner?
I don't know him. I don't know most of Grossberg's business contacts.
Grossberg knew him.
If this is about money, you're out of luck. All the accounts are locked until someone comes in and takes over. Besides, there's nothing in them anyway.
Really? Well, could you just look up an account balance for me?
I can't. The address book is all I have. The police have taken her code.
Right, Kirst.
Well, thank you.
Goodbye.
If this was set in present day, she would have violated so many GDPR laws, right, by doing all that. Oh, what next? Can we write Grace a letter? I think we can. Okay. Which means we're going to go to the post office.
Gracie keeps busy. Elsewhere.
That clock's very loud. Let's go mail it then. Oh god, I've got to use the car keys with the car every time, don't I? There we go. Marienplatz. There it is. I have to remember where it was then. It was the post office was at the other end, wasn't it? Oh, excuse me. I didn't get a huge amount of sleep last night because we had a party here and like all my friends brought the kids over and the kids stayed here while the parents went home. And they slept over, and of course that meant not much sleeping was done last night. And then they were up again early. I mean, I think the youngest one was past the cuckoo clocks. We bought a cuckoo clock last week, didn't we?
What should I mail?
The letter to Gracie. Oh, I should have checked in with Ubergrau first. Before I came down here. You might have had something to say.
That's taken care of.
And I should probably check in on the Hunt Club again. We'll go there first.
I think I've pumped that particular well dry.
There's a sex joke to be made there. I'm not going to make it. Anybody here?
It just leads to a back alley.
No. Okay. Okay, let's see if Ubergrau's got anything to say, and then I'll come back to the Hunt Club just in case. I'm just very aware that things might trigger in certain order, you know. I love this janky little walk animation. Hold on, which one is the cuckoo clock? Is it this one?
Cuckoo clocks.
Cuckoo clocks. Cuckoo clocks. Yeah, exactly. That's what's so janky about it. It just does not match it at all.
Gabriel.
Nobody has changed their clothes, despite the fact this has taken place over several days by now. Well, we do.
You
Do have something to talk about.
Possibility of my using your secretary for research?
Anytime.
Great. I wouldn't ask, but I need a newspaper search done, and my German sucks.
No problem. What exactly are you looking for?
Missing persons. Actually, missing persons cases that occurred in or near forested areas.
How far back do you want to go?
10 years?
Okay.
That poor secretary.
I can spare her later in the day. We should have it ready for you by tomorrow.
Great.
It's very good of you.
Thanks.
Blimey. What's the charge on that, you know?
Well, I'm off. See you, Harry.
Goodbye.
I like the way that he calls him Harry. His name is not Harry. Every time Gabriel leaves, he gets back on that phone. He's calling his secretary now. To say, will you stop letting Gabriel Knight into my office like that? Oh my God, he keeps asking the weirdest questions. He wants you to search for missing persons near forests. No, just any forest. Yeah, within the last 10 years. 10 years, a decade. Yeah, that's right. It's your bloody fault for letting him in, isn't it? So let's say someone kidnapped someone in the forested area. What are the chances of getting... Yeah, that's another angle on that, isn't it? Jeez. If there's no one in here, I'll just take the train... I don't know where I'll take the train. Oh, here we go. Yeah. See, so you've got to get it all done in the correct order.
Good night.
Her night. Oh, what's his name
You
again?
have price?
Herr Price. There we go. What are you drinking, bud? More beer?
Oh, I was visiting a friend nearby, and I thought that I should take a shower before the others arrived. I was a bit Automatic?
A bit, I stank. Hair Knight. Are we sure this isn't a swingers club? We sure they're not just going to be having hot gay sex later on? Because if they did, that'd be swell.
Well, how thoughtful.
It feels like he's flirting, doesn't it? Didn't make him a drink though. We didn't offer him one.
Just the right size for the big bad wolf to come down the chimney.
What?
The price?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Baron von Glau mentioned that you're a lawyer.
Yes. And fortunately for me these days, I have enough money to where I only have to take those cases which interest me. I enjoy my leisure time.
Humble brag there, humble brag.
And what do you do with your leisure time?
I entertain.
Do you? Why did Gabriel look so concerned at that?
Probably a dumb question, but what sort of entertaining do you do?
Sexual.
Women, Herr Knight.
See?
I've been known to.
I adore them.
Gabriel was a complete misogynist in the first one, so
It's an
yeah.
obsession. It's a stalk, it's a dance. It's a bait, it's a hook.
And
But-
what do you do once you've
We're talking women or fishing?
Oh, you know. You're quite the pleasurist yourself. Or have I misled you?
You're probably just getting a whiff of the past, Herr Price.
That price is definitely flirting.
What do you think of the club philosophy?
He loves Gabriel's hair, you see.
Does it?
We're all animals, but I deny it.
Speak for yourself.
So you don't believe in suppressing anything?
Why would I want to suppress my urges? If your body wants something, it must be natural.
Well, what if you get the natural urge to rip someone's throat out?
Well, fortunately, my instincts run to pleasure. Of the equally sticky but less fatal kind.
Well, what
Oh, no. Oh, God, that's a line and a half, isn't it? What the fuck?
Laws of nature handles that scenario when it occurs, Herr Knight.
Oh, my God.
And how does it do that exactly?
In the wild,
He's definitely flirting.
a member of society
Holy
does
shit.
not conform, he is hunted down and executed. End of mutant
Ooh.
instinct.
Ooh.
And its genetic bloodline.
Tell me about the other club members.
Oh, they're all right. Don't worry about Vonzel. He's a bastard to everyone these days.
PMS?
I don't know what his problem is. Oh, he's always been an arrogant bastard, competitive on the hunts, ambitious. But still, aren't we all? He was decent enough at one time. In fact, he was Von Glor's favorite. And he was an asset as a friend. But things change.
He's changed. He's changed into a werewolf. A werewolf.
About the other club members.
Like who?
Hanneman, for example. I've heard he's in line for a position extremely high up in the government.
Henneman, he is a drunk. His days as a political superstar are over. My friends at the courthouse tell me that he has been marked for early retirement. One less politician to worry about, huh?
I love the way between each clip, the sound quality changes. So you never know what you're going to quite get. You never quite know what you're going to get.
When did Von Zell begin to change?
Oh, he's been getting worse for a long time. I remember a hunting trip about a year ago. That was the last time I remember that we were all together and having a good time. He must have started getting difficult after that.
I love the weird pauses after
Seems like you've pretty
each
much
trip.
written Von Zell off yourself.
But Gabriel's just kind of sat there going,
Look, it's one thing when he insults the rest of us. But when he insults a baron, no. I heard him arguing once. When Glover told Von Zell he did acted stupidly about something or the other,
oh, that's painful in my ears. Then.
Zell was furious.
What'd he say?
He told the baron that he was weak. Bastard. I don't know why the baron let him get away with it. I mean, I would have said something at the time, but, well, it was a private conversation.
When was this?
I don't know, 5, 6 weeks ago?
Again, one of those pauses at the end where he just goes,
How was Von Zell an asset as a friend?
He is a banker.
Are you saying he loaned you money?
He's always willing to help out his good friends.
Why would anyone in this club need money? I thought y'all were models of success.
Yes, well, fortunately, I took less advantage of Von Zell's hospitality than some.
what does that mean? We're going to find out?
Have you ever heard of the Black Wolf?
Yes.
First person to say yes.
Where?
Oh, I don't know.
Here we go, here we go.
Just sounds familiar.
Will you tell me if you remember?
Of course.
Herr Price seems to be the first person to actually be telling the truth about things. Incredible.
Reinforcements have arrived. Now you'll have someone new to probe, Herr Knight.
My
In a gay way.
Good cheer to you both. Where's the beer?
Guten Abend, meine Herren. Ja, good evening.
Guten Abend.
There's a guy on Grindr with that handle, yes. Hell yeah, now we're talking. I fucking love those German tankards. I would love a tankard like that.
Abend.
This is Von Zell himself.
Meine kleine Familie. How are you all this evening? Hello. Gabriel, I'm glad you could join us.
I need to speak with the baron. Enjoy your evening, Herr Knight.
I
Thanks.
shall see you later, Herr Knight. That piercing stare, he knows what he wants.
Baron. May I speak to you for a minute?
What is it, Bryce?
Well, let's talk to him now. Can we talk to him? Oh no, the guy's taking the seat. Alright, let's talk to the guys at the bar. Let's go.
Ich habe meinen Nachmittagstermin abgesagt. Wir treffen uns hier um 4 Uhr.
Ja, so viel ich weiß, ja. Ja, so, good evening, Herr Knight.
Henneman, Von Agner?
You care to join us?
Sure. Thanks.
Herr von Agner.
I've spoken to several of the club members today, but I haven't had a chance to speak with you yet, Herr Von Agner.
How tragic. No one in this club talks better than I do.
Oh, true, very true.
Perhaps tomorrow?
I'd be delighted.
Why not right now? What the fuck?
I haven't had a chance to get to know you yet, Herr Henneman.
Well, I'm already beyond serious conversation tonight, I'm afraid.
Tomorrow's fine.
That seems like such a weird thing to say. Let's get to know you tomorrow.
Happened right around the corner.
Awful, simply awful.
I had meant to get a newspaper, but the time got away from me. Do you have any details?
A few. The victim was a man named Grossberg. He ran a furrier business in town.
Horrible. You know, this zoo wolf business is inexcusable. The mayor has been spoken
He
to
knows him.
quite seriously. Even the prime minister is concerned.
Did you know Grossberg, Herr Von Eck?
Me? Grossberg? Why, no, no. Why?
Definitely not, no.
I just thought you're both in the animal processing business.
Munich is a big city, Herr Knight.
So it is. Ah, well, I was just curious.
Oh, smoothly paid that one off, eh?
So what were y'all talking about when I came up?
Tomorrow's little excursion. Will you be joining us?
Our monthly hunting trip.
A hunt trip? Really, where?
Our lodge is at Eppenberg. It's in the Bavarian National Forest. We leave tomorrow afternoon.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
You know, that sounds great, but
But I wouldn't hunt.
cleaned and
Oh, there are plenty of guns at the lodge.
Von Eigner, perhaps the Baron did not mean for Herr Knight to join us quite so soon.
Oh, hell, why not? Baron,
Von Eigner?
our hunting trip tomorrow. Will our new American friend be going with us?
Tonight? Well, I don't see why he could.
not. He's not a club member.
Oh, Von Zell, you miserable bastard.
Nonsense, Gar. The sooner we get to see his technique, the better. We'll just slip him in, and he can register properly when we get back.
So much of this dialogue could be misconstrued as being very real.
A hunting license?
I agree. I would enjoy Gabriel's presence very much.
Oh, I bet you would.
Enough said. The Baron should certainly get whatever he wants, shouldn't he?
Oh my god, just kiss you two, for fuck's sake.
Exercise at that.
Woo! Someone pissed on his chips. Let's go talk to him and find out what that's all about. Herr Von Zell, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yes, Herr Knight?
Hey, how's it going? After that.
Fine. Would you excuse us, please? We are discussing something private.
oh, sure.
I want to hear. I want to hear. How do we hear? Can we just stand next to him and eavesdrop?
Just the right size for.
No, don't care about the chimney. Come on. Let's just annoy him a bit.
Yes, Herr Knight?
What are you two kids talking about?
We could share it with you, Mr. Knight.
Then we'd have to kill you.
Then we'd have to kill you.
Oh,
I'm just kidding, Doctor. I'm afraid our discussion
Oh,
is
good
private,
God.
Mr. Knight. Run along now. We'll play with you later.
Yeah, play.
Okay, well.
Ow.
The Amerikaner?
I'm gonna annoy him some more. Let's keep at this. What's new? We got one more after this.
You're getting annoying, Mr. Knight.
I am? Sorry, I thought this was, you know, a social occasion. I'll just go talk to somebody else.
Got one more. We got that one more. We got one more option. Oh, fucking hell.
Just wanted to grab a magazine.
Then grab one.
Thanks.
Ooh, I know what. That's a clue, isn't it, in the magazine? Let's have a look. Don't know what that says. It looks very serious.
Can't read it. It's in German.
feel like the magazine's a clue. We should be doing something with the magazine. Shove the tape recorder in there.
That's a thought.
Hold on. Did he actually do that in the end then, or? Yeah, it looks like it did. Okay, hold on.
I hid the tape recorder inside the magazine.
Yeah, there we go. That's what it was. See, I know how this game's thinking.
Just wanted to put this magazine back.
Just annoying him.
It wasn't very good. I wouldn't recommend it.
Face looks upset. Bless him.
Gentlemen, excuse me, please.
I apologize for not getting to you sooner. Have you been enjoying yourself?
Oh, it's...
Oh, I've definitely been enjoying myself.
I'm glad you're going with us tomorrow. We don't get started until the afternoon, so won't have to worry about staying up late tonight.
I have to warn you, my hunting's kind of rusty.
I'm sure you'll do just fine.
Was? I demand to know what you're doing at this club.
Me?
Baron Bonzel. Really?
Are you aware that this guest of yours has been asking intimate questions? Poking around in our personal affairs?
Define intimate.
You must be a reporter. Or the police.
What do we have to fear from a reporter or the police? Although I can promise you, her Knight is neither.
You don't care that he's prying into our private business? What possible motive could he have?
Gar! Please. He's my guest. You're the one who's turning that into an inquisition.
Then it is on your head.
Bonzel goes for... It's Spinal Tap, isn't it? This one goes for 11. This guy goes for 11.
I'm not exactly helping the harmony around here.
Believe me, the harmony was shattered a long time before you came. Bonzel gets territorial. I'm tired of it, frankly.
Well,
I feel like playing with the rim of your cup signifies something.
All right.
good night, everyone.
Oh,
Good luck
night,
tonight.
night.
I should be home soon. See you then.
Don't forget your tape player. I assume he picks up the tape player. We don't get to see that bit. Oh, the Predator's after him. Oh. Guys. I'm sure Gabriel hasn't had the medallion around his neck for the rest of the cutscenes. Chapter 4. Wonder how many chapters there are. Quite a few more, because we're only at 261 out of 679 in score. Back with Gracie, I take it. No. I could tell we're way off yet because, like I say, the score. We're only got a score in the 200s when they should be in the 600s, so we got a ways to go yet, right? I would say 6 or 7 chapters, maybe 8 at a push. Depending how long they are. Look at that fine bit of animation there with the horses. Oh no! What could it all mean? We'll check the library first. Clicky click on everything.
I wish I could read these biographies of Ludwig. Wait a minute. Ludwig II, fairy tale king of Bavaria. I didn't see this before.
This one's in English.
Huh.
Read the book. Oh, wrong button.
Ludwig remained throughout his life both very bright and very naive. He was an introvert.
I assume Ludwig II is an actual king,
of rulership,
or
money, and human relationships. The world ever failed to match his ideals.
I assume he actually existed.
Sheltered upbringing as future king.
I know nothing about
He
Germany.
never was introduced to the real world, and the real world failed to interest him as an adult. In his youth, Ludwig was in fine physical condition and loved to hike alone.
Oh, okay.
He had a hunting lodge, Shahen, specifically for this purpose. Unfortunately, in 1872, a rather traumatic hunting accident befell the king at Shahen, and his leg was cruelly damaged. He never fully recovered from this incident, and his hiking and riding ceased. His physical health deteriorated from that time on, and explains why he looked so unhealthy in later years.
Oh, I cut that short, never mind.
Other than his long-standing friendship with the Empress Elizabeth of Austria and with his mother, the relationships Ludwig attempted with others were nearly always a disappointment for him and a bewilderment for his partners. He would become obsessed with someone, a singer, an artist, a nobleman or a peasant, and would bombard them with gifts, praise, and favors. When they would fail to return the depths of rapturous passion he required, the singular adoration and humble obedience he expected, he would grow disappointed and cut himself off from them. The objects of his interest were occasionally women, usually ones he fell in love with after seeing them in idealized roles on the stage, but they were more often young men who fit his fantasies of the heroic sagas like Lohengrin and Parsifal that he so loved.
Do you know
A
what?
good
Let's not
example of
listen
the
to it
king's
all.
obsessive
Or
behavior
maybe we
in
should.
relationships is the following letter from the Königlich Bayerische Archives, which this author was privileged to access. It is dated 1864, and it was written by Ludwig's manservant, Paul, to a friend. The king has been in high mood these days. The reason, of course, is a new interest. Thursday last, the king attended a performance of Lohengrin in the Wittelsbacher Theater. He came back in a fever, demanding that a man be found. The man, it was gathered, had been sitting in a box across from Ludwig and had drawn the king's attention by his beauty and his deep emotional response to the performance. The king declared that here at last is a sensitive soul. The man was tracked down and brought in for...
I take it then Ludwig was actually gay.
My word, never have I seen any mind so in line with his
Don't know if that was
majesty's own.
recorded in
They
history, but
discussed Wagner and France and Byron.
certainly make him
and all
sound like
manner
it
of
in
things
this.
Until long past dawn. The young man, beautiful indeed to look upon, met the king's enthusiasm and knowledge bit for bit.
There we go. Oh, I have to
His
manually click.
Majesty has been in the thick of it ever since, and while I welcome his good temper, I grow tired of fetching letters back and forth to Louis, so called by His Majesty, that should tell you who the young man looks like, at all hours of the night. This author has not been able to learn much about Louis, but he was known to have been a seemingly high-bred foreigner, and he was involved with Ludwig as late as 1880, when he fell into disfavor.
Disfavor. Yeah, exactly. These two men who lived together and slept together and were buried holding hands were known to be very good friends. It was unknown why the two men never married or never met a lady.
The king, especially later in life, felt a great deal of guilt about his sensual nature. His diaries are full of repentant entries begging God for forgiveness and swearing to remain pure. In many of the diary entries, he swears to abstain from sexual relations.
My glasses are
A
filthy.
number of these oath entries indicate that Ludwig was not very successful in resisting temptation, yet it is also clear that Ludwig was a God-fearing man and that, though his flesh might occasionally fall, he never surrendered his heart and his conscience to sin.
Ludwig II liked to fuck, that's what we're saying here. Was that it? Yeah, okay. Anything at the table? We'll have to go get the letter for a start at the post office.
I'll write to Gabriel, soon as I have enough info to blow his little investigation out of the water.
All right, Grace, calm down.
Worth picking up the first time.
Oh my gosh, she's still absolutely rotten with attitude. Okay, let's go to, what's the place called? Rittenberg. Wittersberg? I forget. Oh! What's her name? Gerda's not there. She can't be an absolute... Yeah, it's Wittersberg, isn't it? That's the one. Can't be an absolute bitch to Gerda this time, because she ain't there. Polish. Still can't drive the car. I'm going to have to walk again. It's what you deserve, Grace. Yeah, that'll do. Ah, I can see. Fantastic. Right, which one was supposed to... This one, wasn't it? Yeah, here we go. Ding dong.
Guten Tag. Grüß Gott, Frau Nakimura. Ich habe etwas für Sie.
Got a letter for you here. Thank you. Dankeschön.
Oh, it's from Gabriel.
Ja, das ist vom Schattenjäger. Ja.
No, I think you... Gabriel is a working partner and...
Yeah.
Never mind. Danke.
Bitte, brauchen Sie noch etwas?
Can we read it now?
Gracie, you decided to come over. That's great. Guten Tag.
That's great.
I'm sure you and
Guten
Gertie
Tag and all that.
Thanks for finding the werewolf book. I'm not sure what it all means, but it might be useful. But Ludwig II, you know, I think you might have something there. Ubergrau says there are 2 places you should check out. Ludwig had a castle called New Swan something, and there's a museum about him here in chemistry. Something like that. I really think you should spend some time looking into it. Don't worry. Things are going very smoothly this time around. I've tracked a suspect to a hunt club run by a man named Von Glauer. He seems okay, but I'm sure there's something going on with at least one of the others. Don't worry, though. I met a police detective named Lieber, so I have backup. I'll be finished soon.
Would you really call Lieber back up? Because I'd say Lieber's about as...
I think I'm on vacation here. No address. Thank you very much, Mr. Knight. Danke.
Bitte.
Okay, now what? Oh, do you know what? We didn't check out the pub. Let's go to the pub first. Just in case. Ooh, there's people here. Oh, it's these 2. Hello. Look at her hair.
Dear. Hi, I'm Grace Nakamura from the castle. Am I interrupting?
Heavens, no.
Have a seat, Miss Nakamura.
Well, I might. For a moment.
Isn't this nice? We just finished our breakfast. Do you want something?
No, thanks.
Good for you. I can never turn down food myself. Now you...
Well, I mean, I'm much the same.
Sugar pie.
You mentioned the other night that you were a demonologist. What is that exactly?
Well, it's not as bad as it sounds, honey. What Emma and I really do is to help protect people.
Protect them from what?
Well, do you believe in the devil, Miss Nakamura?
I believe in good and evil, if that helps.
Oh, but Satan and his demons are real, and they will attack the living. And most folks don't know what to do once they...
Dun, dun, dun.
We try to help protect people.
How can you protect people from demons?
The best protection is faith in God, of course. But sometimes faith isn't enough. Sometimes we have to delve into the supernatural in order to protect others. Your Schottenjoggers are just the same.
We are? I mean, he is?
Of course. The warriors of light are rare these days, but they do exist all around the globe.
That's interesting. I just read about a group called Manos del Sol in Brazil.
I think her hairdo's a work of God. Look at that.
Well, they're probably the only ones to use that title, but others have been chosen for the battle.
That's an updo and a half, that.
Do you know anything about King Ludwig II?
Sure, we saw his castles, didn't we, Mother?
We sure did. Why do you ask?
Well, I found a letter in the Schottenegger library warning Ludwig about the Black Wolf.
Who wrote the letter?
One of Gabriel's ancestors, a Schottenegger.
Seems like whoever was using me as a megaphone helped you find that letter. Perhaps you should follow the path something's pointing at. Look into Ludwig.
I intend to. The other night you said something about the Black Wolf. What did you mean? Where did you hear that name?
I wasn't the one talking.
I don't understand.
Well, that's quite all right. The point is, it would be a very good idea to answer those questions, and we must work together to do so. Of course I'll help you, Pumpkin. I'd like to know myself.
Pumpkin?
It isn't every day one's taken over by a disembodied spirit, and I don't much care for it, thank you.
You're not talking about a seance, are you?
Oh, heavens, no.
Thank God.
Emma's right. I'm much better at tarot cards. I can read for you or for someone else.
I love a bit of tarot. I've never had a reading.
Are you sure you don't know anything about the Black Wolf?
I never did, dear. I told you. Really, you mustn't confuse the vessel with the voice. All I remember was seeing a very bright flash like lightning. Next thing I knew, Emil had me outside. Whatever it was very powerful. Very powerful.
Can you do a tarot reading?
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to do my tarot reading.
Don't you worry now. I know what I'm doing.
Death, death, death. And she's like, oh, that's really strange. There's only one in each pack.
Push your vital energies into the cards. This is your soul card. That which applies to all of your lifetimes. It's the Empress. Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, it's a good one.
It means that your soul's journey is one of leadership. There's great strength here and intelligence. This card represents what you're like in this lifetime. It's the Chariot. Self-discipline, control. You need to feel you have a plan, that you're testing your abilities.
She can't control her anger, though, can she? Bloody hell.
Masculine. In combination with the Empress, it tells me that you're currently exploring your male side. You will seek out great achievement, but it does have its price.
Doesn't sound anything like me.
Yes, dear. The third card represents the other. You've pulled the Magician. Who is he, dear?
Excuse me?
Your other, the Magician. Oh, this is a very powerful card. Major Arcana.
My other?
Everyone has an other. Let's see. I bet it's the Schottenjäger. What's his name?
The Schottenjäger? Gabriel Knight.
A name of power. He is powerful, this one. The Magician is dexterous and cunning, mischievous and manipulate.
That's Gabriel, all right.
And very strong with magical and occult powers. Now, this is interesting because your
I don't know about that.
Chariot is all logic and reasoning, while his, the Magician, is spiritual and intuitive. You two are quite a pair. The fourth card shows what you're trying to achieve at this moment, your immediate destiny. It's the Strength or Lust card.
Ooh.
Lust? Not that kind of lust, dear. It's a trial card. Finding the strength to continue.
Well, her and Gerda were going to get it on at the end.
It also represents the integration of conflicting energies. That must be your Chariot and his Magician energies. Strength also means bonding those energies, loving without judgment, learning to love the beast.
Uh-huh.
What is this trial, dear? Do you know?
Well, Gabriel and I are involved with a case right now.
It will be a hard time. You must let your love give you power. Use the positive energy of your union or you may not succeed.
I think you have the wrong idea. Gabriel and I just work together.
Yes, dear. But if I might just suggest...
That patronizing,
Facing
yes.
negative
Yes.
forces. The positive energy of love is a very vital weapon. You make yourself vulnerable when you resist your own tools.
Well, that's been helpful.
I hope so, dear.
Maybe.
Your phone's going bleep bloop. What's going on? Anything interesting?
Oh, let's! It's a little like spying on someone unawares, but what the heck?
Tomorrow is New Year's Day. No, today is New Year's Day. What the fuck?
Reach out to the cards and to think about his essence.
Tomorrow is New Year's Day, apparently.
His soul
Today is New Year's Day.
is the Magician.
Catch up, phone. Catch up.
Yes, dear. It reflects your other exactly.
Well, maybe, but I'd rather hold out for David Copperfield.
And
Wow, that dates it, doesn't it?
oh goodness, the lovers.
You mean the sole purpose of his life is in his pants? Doesn't surprise me.
It's not what you think, dear. It's a duality card. As a lifetime card, it refers to Gabriel's own duality. Good versus evil, physical pleasure versus spiritual growth, that kind of thing. His challenge is to integrate the conflicting parts of himself. Until he does, he'll never find peace.
Aww.
And you will find peace when you acknowledge all of him. Find a way to love the worst as you already love the best.
You're really reaching.
Mother.
His other.
Mother, I thought they were married. Holy shit.
Let me guess. That's me, right?
No, dear.
Did she have him when she was 3?
The High Priestess represents psychic mysteries, deep wisdom. This is a very different energy from your earthy one. This must be our connection. To the voice, dear! Someone is trying to communicate with Gabriel. This force is represented by the High Priestess.
That's not much help. What about the Black Wolf?
But it is a help, dear. The High Priestess is a spiritual guide card if ever there was one. The message must have been a warning.
If this force is connected to Gabriel, and if he's so very psychic, then why doesn't it just go to him? Why say it to me?
Maybe Gabriel's blocked. Maybe he's purposefully blocking. There is that duality business. Let's go on and see if it becomes clear. The 4th card, remember, represents the current situation. It's
Death.
death.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was always going to be.
Nothing to worry about then.
Now you just leave interpretation up to me, Sugar Pie. It's a transformation card, dying to one thing and being born to another. It is painful, but it isn't necessarily bad.
Beth.
2 of Wands. Oh my.
What?
A 2 is not good here. Wands is Mars in Aries. That's a war card. In conjunction with the Death card, there are 2 possible transformations.
2 transformations?
Yes, dear. Gabriel is waging a spiritual battle. The transformation might be good or evil. That must be the purpose of the High Priestess. She's trying to guide him.
So you think he really might be in danger?
Oh, yes, dear. Gabriel's very essence is at stake.
Uh-oh.
If he takes the wrong path with his powers, Imola and I will stay in town. You must let me know if anything else happens that we can read for clues. Let the Force use you.
May the Force be with you too, love.
I'd better go.
Yeah, after that, we better go.
Be careful now.
Thanks.
How's that all we're going to get at that little tune? That was lovely then. Anything to say?
I was wondering if you've changed your mind about telling me where Gabriel is. It's really important.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, well.
Thanks.
Bitte.
Okay. Check out the church before we head back to the castle.
I don't
Who's
want to
this?
disturb her.
Okay. Oh, look, it's good.
I wonder what she's up to.
We're just going to start shouting at her again. Going on, kid? Old boyfriend or something?
Oh my god. Gerda was in love with Wolfgang. Boy, do
Okay.
I feel stupid or what. I really should apologize, but I don't want to interrupt her. Maybe there's something else I can do.
Like what?
Grace Nakamura.
Okay. Maybe something else I could do. Like what? Like what?
Gerda's being a real pig about those car keys.
Like the way that voice line hasn't changed, so it sounds like
Gerda's at the
she's
church.
quickly changed her mind on Gerda again.
Gerda's at the church.
Let's check out the secret passage, see if there was anything I missed. Off to Narnia we go. That just takes us out into the other bedroom. Should we give Gerda a rose to say sorry? Dear Gerda, this rose is almost as beautiful as you. Hey, look at that. Oh, more than one. Okay, we're just going to pick the whole lot, are we? Just yanking them off. No mind for the thorns. I've got several rose bushes and I would not mess with those without my gloves on. Because they are full of thorns. Really big ones as well.
The castle looks huge from here. They've got more rooms left to restore than I thought. The castle looks...
Okay, so that's all the same.
I think it'll be quicker to go back the way I came.
Fine. Fine. Let's give Gerda the roses then, I suppose. Skipping those little incidental animations there. Roses. Yeah, I'll spot on, see. Apologise to her, apologise to her. There's only 3 roses, where's the 4th one? It said 4 roses. God damn it. She's holding out.
There. That's better, don't you think?
Can you not just say sorry for being an absolute rotter to her?
I'm so sorry. I was an idiot.
There we go.
Gabriel and I, we never... I know. It's my fault. It's Gabriel's fault. He never tells me anything. I don't know why he didn't want me on this case. Maybe he just... Don't even try to make excuses for him. Still, he's up to his neck in it, I think. Will you help me out with something? Of course.
We'll have the car keys.
I have to do some research on Ludwig. I want to go see some of his castles. Take Gabriel's car.
Yay, car keys. Going on the road.
There's a map of southern Bavaria in the car. Ludwig's castles are all marked. Thanks. Good luck.
Now kiss. No, okay. Maybe next time. Next time. Okay, so use keys. On car, away we go. Ooh, look at this. That's where we start, I guess. Well, no, Rittersburg's here, isn't it? Oh, we did want to see castles, that's what... Okay. Wow, look at that for a castle. A man to talk to. Oh, tour tape.
Our tour begins in the entry hall. Ludwig II lived from 1845 to 1886. He assumed the Bavarian throne at the age of 18 when his father died. Ludwig's passion was building castles. He built 3 during his lifetime: Linderhof, Herrenchiemsee, and Neuschwanstein.
Neuschwanstein is where we are, right?
Falkenstein were underway when he died. In addition to his obsession with building, Ludwig also had a passion for classical heroic German mythology, a taste he shared with the German opera composer Richard Wagner. Neuschwanstein is decorated throughout with themes from these stories, most of which directly relate to Wagner's operas.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's walking off. Oh, didn't get to speak to him. Oh. Oh.
These scenes seem to tell a story, but I have no idea what story.
Yeah, having a sword made.
These scenes...
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
Which means what?
The painting...
Okay.
These scenes seem to tell a story.
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
Okay, so it's just the same thing over and over.
I wonder where that door leads.
Open it.
I wonder where that...
Oh, don't.
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
Ah, okay, we can't actually talk to
We are
him then.
now standing in the king's bedroom. The theme of the bedroom is Tristan and Isolde, the tragic love story retold in Wagner's opera. The opera was given its first performance in Munich in 1865, and a 20-year-old Ludwig attended. This is probably the most elaborate and expensive bedroom ever created. It took 14 wood carvers 4.5 years to create this room. It was this kind of extravagance that bankrupted the king. In the years before his death, he found it increasingly difficult to find money from any source.
How about these?
Scenes from the opera Tristan and Isolde.
Same again?
Scenes from the opera.
Yeah.
Did they have running water in 1886?
No, they did not.
Did they have running water?
No.
Maybe Ludwig thought all this luxury would help him sleep.
Bet I could sleep in there, blimey.
The carved bed, with its canopy, resembles a Gothic building and its turrets. The bed's draperies were handmade by dozens of Bavarian seamstresses.
just going for a tour at this point, you know. Ooh.
This is Ludwig's private chapel. The king was a devout Catholic, as were all of the Wittelsbacher rulers. They supported the Roman Church even when other European countries were dominated by Protestantism.
It's a beautiful crucifix, ivory and gold.
Very fuzzy candles there, look at that.
The Black Madonna of Altadine. I wonder what her story is all about.
The stained glass window depicts St. Louis receiving the last sacraments.
Louis, Louis. I put us out.
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
Have I missed something? Ah, here we go.
King Saint? I wonder if Ludwig pictured himself that way.
The paintings above the altar depict St. Louis surrounded by the seraphim. An interesting side note. For a period of about a year, the Louis images in all three castles were ordered to be covered up with black cloth on the unfathomable whim of the king.
Have I missed something here? Am I missing something? I can go this way. Oh, that just takes us back there. In that case, what's to do here? Ooh.
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
Nice skirt.
This is the king's living room. The walls are decorated with scenes from the Lohengrin saga. The king first saw Wagner's opera Lohengrin when he was 16.
That music's really drowning out the
He considered it a form of enlightenment. The tragedy of Lohengrin was his essential loneliness. This, too, was Ludwig's own fate. Ludwig withdrew more and more into his fantasy world of epic heroes and absolute monarchy. An ideal he was determined to create in his castles if he could not have it in his real life. He only wanted to be alone with his dreams, so much so that even his servants were kept at a distance.
I mean, I can...
What were you afraid they'd see?
I can sympathise with that. I can empathise with that, should I say. I'd love to be left alone with my dreams. In other words, I wish I'd be left to sleep in the morning.
The miracle of the Grail.
Not going to tell me what that's all about? Okay.
These linens look seriously expensive and seriously old. These linens...
Swan!
The swan motif is featured throughout the castle, but it is particularly prominent in this room. Both the swan and the lily were symbols Ludwig associated with himself. They represented his ideals of majesty and purity. The painting behind the swan shows Lohengrin's arrival.
My headphones aren't up pressing on my glasses, that's really annoying. What is this? Hello.
I can almost picture Ludwig in here.
This is a reproduction of the grotto from the Tannhäuser saga. In such places, Ludwig could pretend he was one of his beloved mythic heroes. As the grotto personifies, the castles were solitary playgrounds built for Ludwig alone. He believed the masses were too coarse to appreciate fine art, and he seldom entertained guests. In fact, Ludwig had a standing order that upon his death, the castles were to be destroyed. Fortunately, the estate was in such debt that the castles were opened for paying tours only weeks after Ludwig's death. They haven't closed since. It is one of the great ironies of Ludwig's story that the castles that he was thought insane for building are now considered Bavaria's finest treasures. They have paid for their construction many times over.
Well, there we go then. All well that ends well. Oh, guard. Hello. Can we speak to this one?
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while...
No, okay. We'll go out that way, though. God. This tour never ends.
Pretty nice place to work. Pretty nice. I doubt there's anything left in there now. Besides, the guard would kill me if I touched it.
True.
This is the king's study. Ludwig spent much time at his desk, writing letters, drawing up plans for his projects, and studying his favorite authors.
And doodling naked ladies.
History and the classics. In later years, he also studied the occult. What affairs of state he did reluctantly attend to, were generally attended to alone at his desk in writing. His reluctance to meet with his heads of state and perform the duties of the king were one of the reasons for the charges brought against him in 1886. But Ludwig dreamt of true kingship and a true monarchy, and the small powers left to him after Bavaria's succeeded power to Prussia only incited his disdain and frustration.
That guard's following me around. Do you think she's suspicious?
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle.
We got arty boobs on screen. Arty boobs.
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser Saga and the Wartburg Castle.
Keep going. Oh, my word.
This is the final room of our tour.
Oh, good.
Singers' Hall. It was modeled after the Singers' Hall of the Wartburg Castle, where minstrel competitions were held in the 13th century. The hall was built for small private concerts, but Ludwig himself never gave one here. It is said that during the last few years of Wagner's life, he came to Neuschwanstein frequently and performed for the king alone in this room. The hall is probably best known for its enigmatic wolf paintings. The original paintings were from the Parzival Saga, but in 1882, Ludwig had them replaced, supplying the
Oh, didn't mean to cut that off, but never mind.
Wolf paintings in his castle. Why would Ludwig have wolf paintings in his castle?
Maybe he really likes wolves.
Engelhard courts Hildegunde.
That wolf painting not have a... No, it didn't. Okay. I like this one.
The hunters tracked down Engelhard and Hildegunde. Engelhard and the blacksmith. The wedding feast of Hildegunde and the Baron. The death of Engelhard.
Ah, little dead wolfie. Wow, look at
Nice
you.
view of the Alps.
That's what you get when you fuck a stranger in the Alps. No, wait, that's wrong. Was that it? So just leave now. How the heck do you say this? Helen? I've no idea. Hello, lady.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Ich hätte gern eine Eintrittskarte fürs Museum.
Ja, 8 Mark für eine Ganztagskarte.
He seems upset and disappointed that it's going to cost money to get into a museum.
So.
Danke.
Bitte.
Danke. Bitte. Oh god, there's all sorts. I can't read these, that's okay. Oh, I can read the bottom bits.
July 3rd, 1863. Elizabeth, you can have no idea, dear cousin, how happy you made me. The hours recently passed with you in the railway carriage I consider among the happiest in my life. Never will their memory fade. You gave me permission to visit you at Ischl. If the time comes for this ardent hope to be fulfilled, I shall be of all men upon earth the most blessed.
Ludwig wanted to fuck his cousin. Ah, yeah. Those royals and their flipping perversions.
Which I cherished in my heart even as a boy, makes me imagine heaven upon earth, and will be extinguished by death alone.
What a smoothie he is, though, eh? Tell ya.
To forgive the contents of this letter, but I could not help myself. Ludwig. Elizabeth frequently gave Ludwig advice on royal conduct, hoping to protect him from unfavorable public opinion. March 1st, 1865. My dearest Eagle, you have not written me in a few months. I have missed you. I often try to imagine what you are doing. I hear tales that you have been on retreat and have not been seen in Munich for some time. I suspect it is this new friend you wrote up so mysteriously that takes you away from home. I hope you are enjoying yourself, my beloved, but I beg you to caution. The people need to see you at the throne. I also hesitate to suggest that what your officials do in your absence may not always be in your own best interest. You have always been a true king, but you must let the people see you to ensure that they don't forget that. E. Your dove.
Your dove.
Ludwig's friends were concerned for his mental state long before his arrest. June 14th, 1878. My beloved Eagle, in your last letter you spoke so movingly of your torment that I was moved to tears. What is this torment? Why won't you confess to me what is truly troubling you? You must know that I would never despise you, no matter how horrible.
Where is this going?
To be. Please do not write.
I feel like I'm learning things, and I can't be having that.
Such things. If you do not wish to confess to me,
I don't want to play an educational game.
I am always your true one, your dove.
Learning things about history, things that happened.
In this letter, dated November 1886, Elizabeth of Austria thanks Bishop Frank for his assistance in helping her fulfill Ludwig's last wishes. She writes that she knows it was an unusual request, but she believes Ludwig had reasons of his own for wishing it to be done. She hopes that his spirit finds peace at last. No further reference to this letter has ever been found. One can only speculate
that changed then.
What the last wishes of a cornered and embattled Ludwig might have been.
What were his last wishes? This place is giving me more questions than answers.
Well, you know what? We've only looked at the first display so far, so patience there, patience.
She's beautiful. One of Ludwig's few close friends was Empress Elizabeth of Austria.
That's Elizabeth,
a distant cousin of the boy Prince, and he saw her often growing up. Graceful and beautiful, Elizabeth seemed to represent the feminine ideal to the younger Ludwig. Their friendship continued after her marriage, mainly by correspondence. She remained a source of stability for Ludwig throughout his life. In keeping with Ludwig's love of romance and drama, he called her the Dove, and he to her was the Eagle.
A painting.
Ludwig is Prince Charming.
Is he though? Oh my god, do we have to read all of these?
June 7th, 18...
Oh, here we go.
A group of men arrived.
I'm gonna have to take my glasses off as well, because they're hurting.
To take the king.
Oh.
With them is Dr. Guden.
Holy crap.
The doctor who had been in charge of Otto, the king's mentally ill brother. The men have an order for the king's arrest on the grounds of insanity. They are refused admittance by a brave group of farmers and local soldiers who have come to Ludwig's aid. They are forced to retreat to nearby Hohenschwangau. This is the first Ludwig hears of the conspiracy. Ludwig composes a pamphlet explaining the subversive acts of the conspirators and eloquently pleading with his people for aid. The pamphlet is smuggled out of Neuschwanstein and printed, but the pamphlets are seized before they can be distributed. June 12, 1886.
Oh, come on.
Ludwig knows the conspirators will return. He despairs. He asks his servant for the keys to the tower. The servant, fearing the king intends suicide, says the key is lost. Unbeknownst to Ludwig, the conspirators arrive at the castle. This time, there is no one to stop them. Ludwig is pulled from his bedroom to the entry hall of Neuschwanstein on pretense. There, he is taken into custody. Ludwig is taken by carriage from Neuschwanstein to Berg, where his brother Otto had long been imprisoned. This is a great blow to the king's state of mind. While on the way, the group stops at Seeshaupt to change horses. Ludwig asks to see the postmistress, Frau Vogel. She brings him a glass of water and he says something to her. She never reveals these last words to anyone. June 13th, 1886.
Wonder how much there is to look at.
Cooperative and coherent. Dr. Guden writes to the government that he has Ludwig well under control. The two men go out for a walk, and Dr. Guden is so confident he dismisses the guards. When Ludwig and the doctor do not return after several hours, a search is undertaken. The bodies of the two men are found in the lake, drowned. Circumstances unknown.
Dun dun dun.
June 18th, 1886. Ludwig's funeral procession marches through the streets of Munich, followed by enormous crowds of mourners. The service is held at a packed St. Michael's church. Lightning strikes the church during the service, but no one is harmed. Ludwig's body is
I bet that was taken as a hell of a sign.
At St.
Bloody
Michael's.
hell.
His heart is placed in an urn in the pilgrimage chapel at Altading in the Wittelsbach tradition. The urn is shown to the right. His heart is in an urn.
Very fancy.
June 18th, 1880.
Oh, no, we've had that. We've had that. It's fine. What's this?
I have no idea what that says. Looks old, though.
Wonderful. What's this? I mean, I was wanting to look at the cabinet to the left, but this will do.
Oh my god. That's the slate for my dream.
Wow.
Maybe Mrs. Smith will know what my dream meant. I have to ask someone. This thing is getting too weird. The midnight sleigh rides. Ludwig went on long sleigh rides in the middle of the night, particularly in his later years. It is said that he suffered from insomnia, headaches, and toothaches, and the rides soothed his restlessness. The sight of the king's grand sleigh speeding through the countryside of the Alps often startled the peasants and became a superstitious omen of ill fortune. I can see why. But what was he doing out there at night?
Enjoying the night air. I don't know.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Okay, we know this already.
Ludwig Museum. Ja, ja. Ludwig der Zweite von Bayern.
Okay. We've already seen that. Is that it? Have I missed something? I feel like I missed something. Maybe not. Ah, there we go.
Ludwig's death mask. Wow.
Wow, I want a death mask when I go. Could you imagine? Just have it put on the sofa or next to the sofa so my kids remember me.
I don't have anything to say to her at the moment.
definitely feel like I've missed something, though. Oh! This is new.
Even after Wagner's death, Ludwig still showed signs of obsession with the composer. This letter, written in 1882 by Ludwig to the conductor of the Munich Opera, instructs the conductor to make preparations for a new Wagner opera. The conductor went to see the king as instructed. When he arrived, Ludwig was ill and refused to see him. Nothing further was ever heard of this mysterious new opera. Was it a figment of an ill man's desperate wishes? Ludwig is offered a crown of laurels by the genius of immortal fame.
He never gives me anything.
26 July 1874. By the power of the lily, we shall have the strength to resist all temptations throughout the whole year.
Blimey, could you imagine? Resisting temptation for an entire year? Unlikely.
26 July 1875.
I can't barely last a day.
Oath before the picture of the great king. Refrain for 3 months from all excitement. This oath has its binding power, as well as its potency, by de par le roi.
By excitement, do they mean sex, perhaps?
What
Oh, didn't see
26
that.
July 1875.
I need to hear that comment at the
Solemn
end.
oath before the picture of the great king. Refrain for 3 months from all excitement. This oath has its binding power, as well as its potency, by de par le roi. LNR, DPLR.
Ah, okay. Damn it. That was a waste of time.
He looks so regal. Why would he give up all of this pageantry and become a recluse?
Recluse.
Ludwig is Grand Master of the...
Maybe you got fed up of it, eh?
The Knights of St. George was an aristocratic society dedicated to the acts of chivalry. Ludwig loved the medieval pageantry of the order in his early years, before his increasing reclusiveness drove him to abandon public appearances. Looks like it weighs a ton. Ludwig's Grand Master wardrobe from the Knights of St. George. Richard Wagner.
Oh god, there's a lot of... Oh no, that's okay.
The original diary is kept in the Royal Archives. A few entries are shown on the opposite wall. I've got to see that diary.
Ludwig's Tagebuch im Museum?
Ja.
Oh, is it that time already?
Wo kann ich Ludwigs Tagebuch hier anschauen?
I am going to say goodnight to my kids and I shall be right back. I'll be running an advert. If you're not subscribed, you'll get an advert. If not, you'll not. But I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Niemand darf die lesen. Aber nein, niemand darf.
Right, sorry, that was my eldest walking into the room to say goodnight. I've chased them both off to bed now. Bless him. Youngest is a bit sad because we're taking down all the Christmas decorations tomorrow. This is the last you'll see of the tree behind me and those lights there. Those curtain lights. It's sad really, isn't it? It's sad. Anyway, you didn't miss much there. She basically told Grace to fuck off. To go away.
Guten Tag.
There was one other thing to say, wasn't there?
Im Museum ist einen Brief von Ludwig über eine neue Wagner-Oper.
Ja, ja. Ich kenne diesen Brief.
Wo kann ich mehr von dieser Wagner-Oper sehen?
Ja, ich weiß nichts über Wagner. Das hier ist kein Wagner-Museum.
Ja, ich weiß.
In Bayreuth befindet sich ein Wagner-Museum. Versuchen Sie es halt doch, ne?
Bayreuth. Danke.
Was she saying there's a Wagner Museum? Is that what that was then? Go to the Wagner Museum, you silly woman. Oh yeah, look there. There we go. Getting around today.
Grüß Gott.
Guten Tag. Ist das die Wagner Museum?
Yeah, you're an American, aren't you? I'm afraid the house is closed this time of year. It will be open next month.
Crap.
You are interested in Wagner?
Very interested. Very recently very interested.
Yeah. Most of the house is closed for cleaning, but a few rooms are open. I shouldn't let you probably, but if it is only you, you are alone, aren't you?
Endlessly.
Oh, bless her.
Come in and look around.
That's very generous. What do I owe you?
Georg Immerding. It's only a few displays. Besides, I wouldn't be much of a shining knight if I charged you.
Thanks, Georg.
Oh, he can't resist a pretty face, can he? That's what it is.
Have a good time.
Go on, ask her out. Oh, hello. I tell you what, this section's been a bit dry with all the learning and...
Wagner's piano. On this piano, the maestro composed his later operas, including The Ring.
Ugh. Wait, can we learn? Can we play it? No, we could not play it.
Franz Liszt, composer and Cosima Wagner's father. Richard Wagner.
Is that his beard? Was that Wagner's beard? Does Wagner's beard go down here? Like that? Not on his chin, but under here. I actually shave here. He was like, no, I want the bits that most people would shave and just get rid of the rest. That's a bold choice, Mr. Wagner.
An old sofa. The death of Wagner. On Ash Wednesday, 1883, Wagner suffered a heart attack in a Venetian gondola on the way to San Michele. His wife and the gondolier carried him into a church where he regained consciousness. Wagner died 4 days later on this sofa. Wagner's death mask.
And a hand as well. Again, we're learning things. We don't want to be learning things. We want to be playing games. You don't play games to learn things. That's horrible.
A letter from a Monsieur Beaujolais, dated September 1881. Looks like he's discussing acoustics and sound waves, and crystals. Wasn't Wagner's Bayreuth Theater already built? Why would Wagner be worrying about acoustics? It looks like an architectural drawing of a theater. The Wittelsbacher Theater, München. Every square inch is measured. It looks like an
Oh, didn't need to do that. Nope. Nope. Where'd I get that? So... this way.
The great patron himself. Ludwig as the classical Greek hero.
Not at all vain.
Ludwig's death mask.
Wait, that was in the other one, is it? The other museum as well. Does that mean the replicas? Dun dun dun.
A portrait given as a gift from Ludwig to Wagner.
Oops.
June 10th, 1881, Munich residence. Great friend. I am writing to you in the middle of the night. My blood is pounding too wildly for sleep. Tonight's performance, how can I describe it? I am unsure whether to be terrified or thrilled. Perhaps I even feel hopeful. If it is hope, you have given it to me, my friend, for the first time in years. We must speak. Something happened during the music tonight, but I must have your absolute confidence. As you love me, come at once. Your devoted king, Ludwig. July 1882. Great and beloved king, Monsieur Beaujolais and I have finished the diagram. We checked the figures many times, and Monsieur is confident that it will work. 8 identical fixtures are to be made from the diagram and placed in the theater exactly as specified. I'm sending the diagram with your courier. Be full of hope and have courage. All will be well. Your own, Wagner.
Mysterious. We're still learning things. This is horrible.
These look like production designs. I don't see.
Yeah.
These look like production design. I don't see. This must be a model of Wagner's own theater, here in Bayreuth.
No, it's the actual theatre itself. It's a theatre for ants.
Opera costumes.
What is this? A theatre for ants? Oh, I went the wrong way. There we go. Oh, we come out here again. All right, okay.
What are you doing here if the museum is closed?
They always like to have a caretaker here. It's a good job for me. I can soak in the atmosphere of the maestro while I compose.
What are you composing?
This? Oh, a new arrangement. One of Wagner's pieces.
For the Bayreuth Opera?
No. I am only a student at the university. I study music, composition, conducting.
Excuse me, just 1 second. Got these big winter socks on and they're just... My feet are too warm. Too warm. They're too good, these socks. Bloody hell. Right, anyway. That's my old man moaning done.
Conductors in Europe?
Ask my brother. He is the conductor for the Munich Opera.
Well, that's convenient. Does that mean you get free opera tickets?
Yes. I get a week's pass to the Opernfestspiele, the opera festival in Munich. It starts in a few.
See, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Come with me if you like. If you're still around, I can go backstage and...
Yes, he asked her out.
Sorts of things.
I'd love that. If I'm still in Germany, I'll call you, all right?
Yeah, good.
Hey! All right, here we go. That's what I'm like. That's what I like to hear.
Tell me about Wagner.
He was a character. He spent most of his life trying to convince rich patrons to subsidize his work. Unfortunately, he had
That's what I do.
tastes. You see, he believed that someone
I need a rich patron to subsidize my work on Twitch.
Can't argue with that.
But Ludwig II supported him, didn't he?
Yeah, sure.
He wants to be my sugar daddy, come on.
Very late in Wagner's life. By then, he had already been run out of Venice and most major cities because of debt. Ludwig saved him. And the music. Best thing Ludwig ever did.
Do you know anything about that letter from Wagner to Ludwig in the display case? The one about the diagram?
Ah, no. Some sort of equipment for Ludwig's theater. But I don't know why Wagner would have cared about this. If he was worried about any theater, you would think it would have been his own theater, here, in Bayreuth.
Have you ever heard about the letter that Ludwig wrote to the Munich conductor in 1882 telling him to prepare for a new Wagner opera?
You're full of surprises for an American.
What do you know about it?
No one knows anything about it. It's like a treasure map, you know? It's probably a complete fairy tale, but it does make you wonder.
You have no idea what it could have referred to? Maybe something that Wagner was working on with Ludwig?
If there was, there's no trace of it. Except perhaps in the dreams of unemployed music students.
Oh well. Oh, we got more.
Have you ever heard about the wolf panels in the Singers' Hall at Neuschwanstein?
Did my brother send you here?
No?
Probably not. It's only the letter to the conductor, the wolf panels. Oh, my brother thinks I am crazy because of all my theories.
What theories?
This is Quatsch. If there was a lost opera, a lost Wagner opera, and if one could find it, to a conductor, this would be like finding King Tut's tomb. But people have looked for it before. If it ever existed, it is gone forever. My brother says I waste my time even thinking about it.
Yes, but what about the wolf panels? That's what we were asking about, the wolf panels. I completely lost the thread of that conversation.
Any other information that points to the lost opera besides Ludwig's letter and the wolf panels?
It's nothing. I'm not even supposed to have seen it.
Oh.
You see, my brother says
I'm going to tell you about it anyway.
Too egotistical to have produced a lost opera. If he was working on something new, every person in Bayreuth would have heard about it. On the other hand, it was in Ludwig's character. Wanted a private opera.
But it wouldn't
I
have
think
been
this is
private.
where they got the idea for L.A. Noire from.
He intended it to be played in Munich.
Yes, but that it would get so far without Wagner telling others? Why keep it a secret?
Maybe there was a very good reason for secrecy.
For example?
Like... Never mind.
Okay.
Wagner souvenirs. Don't think I need any of those.
What about this big book? Oh, it's a display case, never mind.
What's that book in the case?
Cosima Wagner's journal. It's locked up for preservation.
Huh.
Is that it?
I don't have anything to ask Georg about at the moment.
Okay, is that all we're doing then? I went the wrong way. Oh wow, okay, everywhere's got tasks left. I'm gonna go back into Wittenberg and talk to people, I think. Hello, Mr. Mayor. Oh, he's not there.
Closed.
The pub, then. The Smiths are gone.
Herr Huber?
Yes?
Are the Smiths in
Do you
the room?
Do you like the band The Smiths?
Could you ask them to come
Lead
down?
singer's a bit of a dickhead.
Ja, natürlich.
I hope so. I have some dialogue to talk.
Girl, what's going on?
A bit weird to call them down and then just have no more dialogue. Oh, no, here we go. The dream.
I had a dream last night. I didn't remember it at first, but I saw something today at one of the museums.
What was the dream?
I was being chased in the woods by wolves. And I saw a sleigh. Ludwig was inside. He pulled me up, and I thought I was safe. But then he turned into a wolf.
So what do you think, Mother?
A dream of rescue is a spiritual guide dream. The High Priestess in Gabriel's cards must be linked to Ludwig somehow.
What do the wolves represent?
I'm a psychic, dear, not Freud. But the warning I got was about the black wolf, wasn't it? And the wolves in the dream. It must be the same danger.
It's so
Must be, yeah.
frustrating.
Absolutely.
The more I find out, the more questions I have.
Why don't you try a little communicating of your own? Ludwig's the link. Appeal to him. The answers may not come right away, but at least you'll give the guide something specific to say the next time she contacts you.
Isn't there any way that you could, you know, do a psychic reading on Ludwig or something?
To tell you the truth, I've been trying all day to make contact, but I only feel great despair. Ludwig's soul is not at peace.
Poor Ludwig.
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
See you later, you Mr. Whippy Hair. Anyone here? Gerda's still in it? Nope, she's no longer here. Okay.
I don't want to disturb her.
It's back to Schloss Ritter. Oh, Gerda's here now.
Hi, did you have a good time?
Uh-huh. Anything new?
Yes, you had a phone call.
They're talking to each other like human beings. This is wonderful.
Professor Barkley, he said you had his number.
I do. Thanks.
Okay. Call Professor Barkley. Got it. Where's the phone again? Oh, the phone's in the library, isn't it? Okay, we can do that. No problem. Look at the ticket.
A ticket to the Ludwig Museum.
What type of brush was that? It's just a wooden brush with like fine hair. It came with a set of. When I first grew my beard, I just bought some like beard shampoo and conditioner and stuff. Do you know what? Do you want me to go have a quick look and see what it was? I bought it. I know I bought it on Amazon. It should. If I go back to my past orders, I'll try and make this quick. But yeah, I'm forever sat here just brushing my beard, get all the tangles out. Because you shouldn't use like just a normal comb. Apparently, you know, I've got one of these around anyway, but apparently you should use a brush like this. If I look at my 2020 orders, because that's when I grew my beard. I should be able to tell you. Oh my word, where is it? I bet this is a engrossing viewing for everyone. Me looking through my Amazon orders, which you can't see, of course. So I don't want to dox myself. Oh, I can't see it now. I'm sure it came with like one big pack of stuff, like Oh well, I wish I could tell you, but I just can't find the order now. Oh well, never mind. There's me trying to be helpful, failed miserably. Do apologise. I mean, if you want to know, if you want to go into details about my beard, right? This is how I take care of it. So, I've got myself some beard shampoo and beard conditioner. I won't recommend the brands because I've used several and they're much the same. So whenever I wash my hair, I wash my beard as well with the special beard shampoo and conditioner. And then I've got a pair of, some clippers basically, and I kind of do around here at the line and shave at the line there to keep it straight, and also up here as well. Actually, this needs doing now. Feeling I can feel all the short hairs on my cheeks. I basically clip at the bottom here, and when you're clipping the bottom of your beard, tilt your head up and kind of go back like that, because you want the hairs at the front longer than the hairs at the back here, so you're kind of going up, as it were, which is why you should tilt your head backwards while clipping it. And then I keep the sides a lot shorter than this, which is why it kind of comes to a point. So I tend to go over these with the clippers with a guard on, just to get the hair off, and keep these a lot shorter. And you can kind of feather it with different length guard for your clipper. And that's basically how I would do it. And then I use beard oil. I've beard oil as well, and then I've got beard wax, I think, but I don't use that very often. I use the beard oil every time I shave, just to keep the hair kind of feeling nice, because obviously it's like a different consistency than the hair on your scalp. So basically, the beard oil means your beard doesn't feel like pubes as much as it does. Makes it more manageable. And then I brush a lot with one of these beard brushes. Like I said, I just got off Amazon, so if you look for beard brush on Amazon, you'll probably find something quite like it.
Who should I call?
Anyway, I need to call, what's his face? Barclays card, there we are. Oh, I've lost sound again. I think the auto op on these headphones needs adjusting. But yeah, looking after my beard takes about as much time as a shower does.
It's Grace.
Oh, good. I have a name for you. It's Herr Josef Dahlmeier, and he specializes in Bavarian history, and I think he's somewhere near you are.
Herr Josef Dahlmeier. Great, got a number?
Yeah, I do. It's
I'll be calling Dahlmeier after this, I guess.
82-555-2234.
Thanks a lot. Sorry about the bother.
That's no bother. When are you coming back to school, Gracie?
When I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Well, be good.
Tremendous actor, him. Tremendous actor. Edge of my seat. So did we have... Yeah, there we go. Call this fella out. What was his name again? Dahlmeier, was it?
Hallo?
Hallo, sind Sie Herr Josef Dahlmeier?
Yeah, you must be Grace Nakamura, the American history student.
Yes.
I hear you're interested in Ludwig II.
Very.
Good. There's something I want to show you. Drive to Bern on Starnberger See. Meet me at the Memorial Chapel.
All right, thank you.
Oh, wait.
Starnberger
Was there anything
Sea.
you wanted me to look into before we meet?
What does that mean?
Well, I was hoping you knew something about someone called the Black Wolf. He was a contemporary of Ludwig's. He lived in Prussia, I think, and he was well connected.
Never heard of him, but I'll check. See you there.
Thanks. Bye.
Why was he in the dark? What's the game hiding from us? I mean, from what I could see, he looked kind of almost like the guy from her dream, maybe? Could be way off with that, though.
Gerda? Yes?
Aha.
Have you heard from Gabriel at all?
No, Grace, I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Right, so we go to this place. What was it? I'm sure I'll recognise it on the map. Okay, here we go. Aha! Starnberger Sea. What does sea mean? I wonder. Like a church or something? Oh, the music's dramatic though.
It's a memorial chapel.
Is that what sea means? A chapel?
It's a memorial chapel.
Chapel.
This is where he died.
Oh.
Grace. Herr Dahlmeier.
Hello.
Josef.
Get this shit out of her.
I wanted you to see it. I feel him here the most, you know, more than at the castle. So, what did you want to know?
Oh my god, there's a lot to go through here. Look at that.
Professor Barclay says your hobby is Ludwig.
Yes. He was the last real king that Bavaria had. As a Bavarian and a history buff, well, that's enough to hook me right there.
But there's more, right?
He was a romantic, you know, a dreamer. And he was misunderstood, maligned.
Sounds like you can relate.
Me? Hell, I have it easy. At least I live in the 1990s. And not the country is on me. But yes, I can relate.
It was easy living in the 1990s, apparently.
You know about Ludwig's diary, right?
Of course.
How can I get my hands on it?
I'm sorry. I have been trying myself for 5 years. They keep it locked up tight in the Royal Archives and they don't let it out. They must think it can...
Let's break in. Let's break in. Let's break in.
See it? Not ever?
Only one person outside of the government ever got to see it, a biographer, Sir Richmond Chapel. He had friends among the German royals and they let him look at it.
Did you ever try to contact Chapel? Pick his brain?
No? And I don't believe I never thought of that. If you do and you find out anything, you must share.
It's a promise.
Yeah. Just charming all the guys tonight.
Tell me about Ludwig.
I don't know where to start. There's so much. Politically, the most significant thing about Ludwig II was that he signed over independent Bavarian statehood to Prussia in 1870. Bavaria became a part of United Germany, and Ludwig became a figurehead prince under the Prussian Kaiser.
Why do you think he did that?
Bavaria had been involved in the 100 Years' War. People were tired of fighting. Prussia's push to unite the German states made some amount of sense. Still, Ludwig must have had other options. At the very least, he should have negotiated better terms.
So what was the real reason?
He was manipulated by Bismarck. At least that's what I think, anyway.
Again, we're learning things. This is horrible.
What about Ludwig personally?
Stop making us learn when we're trying to play games.
The view the tourists get is the romantic ideal, Ludwig the tormented loner. Then there is the historian's point of view. Ludwig was plagued with guilt over his sexual orientation and was driven mad with self-loathing.
But I take it you're not buying either point of view.
Well, it's all too convenient, isn't it? That he was a devout Catholic, there is no question, and I'm sure there were pressures on him to be normal. But he was no prude. He loved Byron. Yes. Philosophy, the French court. If anything, Ludwig was too much an egomaniac. He didn't give a damn what anyone thought. And besides, he didn't try to hide any of his relationships. If he suffered from anything in his romantic life, it was disillusionment. No one loved him back as purely as he himself loved.
Aww. Oh, bless him.
Well, if it wasn't sexual guilt that tormented him, what was it?
I don't know. His diary was filled with self-guilt, but I'm sure it's not about that. If I knew, I'd write my own book, set the record straight, so to speak.
Have you read anything about Ludwig's midnight sleigh rides?
Would that have been something? To be out at night and suddenly see him sweep by with his entourage? They say the night agitated Ludwig, and that being outdoors and the rushing feeling of the sleigh calmed him down. Sometimes even the sleigh wasn't enough. He would stop in some remote woods, order his servants to stay put, and go wandering off by himself for hours. It drove the servants crazy.
Bismarck.
Tell me about Bismarck.
Oh, Bismarck. He was the Prussian Kaiser's chancellor. Not a nice man. Bismarck had a reputation for learning people's weaknesses and manipulating them. It's a matter of record that he had spies on Ludwig's staff. He may even have had a henchman even closer to the king. And he was involved in the conspiracy to declare Ludwig insane.
The Black Wolf.
Did you find out anything about the Black Wolf?
I did. I'd read about him before, but I hadn't realized that was who you were talking about. His name was Godin, Paul Godin. I found a reference to his being called the Black Wolf after you telephoned.
I've never heard of him. Who was he?
Godin lived on the fringes of the Prussian court. He was handsome, charming, dangerous, or so they say. He was variously rumored to have been a foreign prince, a Prussian spy, even an assassin. Since you were interested in him, I found out some things that are probably true. It said he came from abroad in the mid-1800s, but claimed High German blood.
Do you know where he came from?
No. And he was ruthlessly ambitious. He probably found out who held the power, Bismarck, and offered his services. Bismarck was a good judge of talent, of that sort anyway.
All right.
What else do you know about Godin?
He must have done something remarkable. Bismarck was not a generous man. He liked to string people along with promises, but rarely came through. He did for Godin, though. He gave him a royal title and lands in 1863. And that was the last reference I found to him.
Well, how could he just disappear?
It's not that unusual. Back then, when you were given a title, you usually changed your name and moved to a place where no one knew your past, so you could act with impunity. Or be a pompous ass and get away with it.
Oh my god, why does it do this, right? When this is like the third time that I've clicked the Black Wolf. Why does it not just play all the information about the Black Wolf in one go rather than making me click 3 times?
Out what Godin was called after he got his title?
Is it that?
No big deal, I guess, but
It might be.
a little strange.
Well, you could send away for a copy of the entitlement deed, assuming it has been destroyed during one of the wars. Godin's new name would be on it. But you would need a research permit from the government to access those records, and they can be very hard to get. A lot of red tape.
Great.
Nearly at the end, though.
Ludwig's hunting accident.
A couple of years ago, I was introduced to this great old man, a real old world farmer. Well, his grandfather was Richard Horning, Ludwig's equestrian. Oh, he told some great Ludwig stories. Sometimes I get lucky. Anyway, he said that after the hunting accident, Ludwig got terribly ill, that he had a fever and was acting crazy. They were afraid that the wolf had been carrying a disease or that the bite had gone septic.
A wolf bit him?
Yeah, it's not so unusual. There were a lot of wolves in the Alps back then. The servants were really worried, but Ludwig recovered, physically anyway. Horning's grandfather said it was the fever.
He became a werewolf.
That he was worse than ever after that.
Ludwig II was a werewolf. Oh, here we go again.
What do you mean Ludwig got worse after the accident?
Ludwig always had been a very private person. But after the accident, he got darker, more crazy. Towards the end, he was even forcing his servants to enter his chambers bent over so they couldn't see his face. Horning's grandfather said his temper was fearsome. He would fly into a rage at the least mistake.
Must have been terrified of him.
Yes, well. Horning's grandfather felt sorry for Ludwig, and Ludwig hated his own violence. He was always giving gifts to his servants to apologize.
At least he was apologizing then, eh?
You mentioned that there were other reasons why Ludwig's servants feared him.
Ah, that's another of Horning's mysteries. There's a story about Neuschwanstein. Apparently, there was a period of time of 2 or 3 months when Wagner would come and visit him
Wagner?
there. Yeah. The two would lock themselves in the singers' hall. Horning's grandfather said the sounds that came from there were awful. Well, the servants had superstitious minds anyway. Some of them quit over it, just walked away.
What kind of sound?
Horning's grandfather called them heartbreaking
sounds.
Godly. Maybe it was Wagner trying to sing.
Maybe it was them having
I think
sex.
that's all for now. Thanks for your help.
It's my pleasure. And if you ever want to talk again, just give me a call. I'll meet you down.
I will. Thanks.
Servus.
Bye.
She's had such a friendly demeanor today. It's really strange because she was an absolute raging sod to everybody in the first couple of
This
things.
is where they found Ludwig's body.
Is that it? I wonder what now then? Back to Schloss Ritter? The only thing I can think of right now. Got together again, since we're friends now.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back.
Good.
Gerda?
Yes?
Special permit.
Gerda, do you have any idea where I could get a government research permit? I don't have time for a lot of red tape.
You should ask Herr Übergrau. He can maybe get such things very fast.
You think? I was gonna write Gabriel today anyway.
There we go, we got a right to Gabriel. There. Right. To the library then.
I should get a letter off to Gabriel. I need to include a note to Übergrau about the research permit.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Is this the end of the chapter then? Oh no, because we normally have to manually post these things, don't we? Okay. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Dolmai was the guy we just spoke to, right? Did we read the autobiography? Oh, we did, didn't we? Oh, that's right. When we were talking to Dalmai, the suggestion came up that we should call Chapel. So how do I do that? Do I use the book with the phone? Yeah. My memory's working today. I'm very proud. I'm paying attention. It really helps with playing the game. Normally I just tune out and then wonder what the hell I'm doing.
Hi, I have a book of yours on Ludwig II. The author's name is Sir Richmond Chapel.
Yes, how can I help you?
Well, I'm doing some research on Ludwig, and I was hoping you could get me in contact with the author.
I'm afraid Sir Richmond Chapel is deceased.
Oh.
However, his son is living.
Oh, well, is there any way you can put me in touch with him?
And who are you doing this research for?
Well, I'm working with Professor Barkley from Yale University.
All right. Thomas Chapel's number in England is 41 20 555 771.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye.
Can we call him now then? No, well, Chapel's name and phone number. Give him a call.
Chapel residence?
Hi, my name is Grace Nakamura. I'm calling from Rittersburg, Germany. Is Thomas Chapel there, please?
Speaking. What may I do for you, Miss Nakamura?
Nakamura?
This is going to sound crazy, but I have a copy of your father's biography on Ludwig II. I understand he had access to Ludwig's diary.
Yes.
Well, I'm not even sure. He didn't make a copy of it or anything, did he? Or perhaps he took good notes?
He wrote down a complete translation in English. He said he couldn't make headway with the German version. Ludwig's handwriting was rather brogue, you know.
He wrote down an English translation. Do you still have it?
Well, unfortunately, my father was allowed to see the diary only on the grounds that he wouldn't publish the entire work. I can't let you see it. Have you tried contacting the National Archive?
No, I don't have the kinds of connections your father did, or the time.
That's unfortunate, but I really cannot let it out of my hands.
I understand. It was just a shot in the dark.
Very well. The best of luck to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chapel.
That was a dead end then? I feel like each part of the game can kind of lead on, but that feels like a complete dead end, which is odd.
I don't know who else to write.
Oh. What am I doing? I need to go post the letter. We've already written the letter, Tom. Don't forget. Let's go post it. There we go. Ding dong.
Grüß Gott, Frau Nakamura.
Grüß Gott. Haben Sie etwas für mich?
Nein, leider nicht. Brauchen Sie noch etwas?
There it is.
Kann ich diesen Brief versenden?
I like it when anybody speaks German in this. The game's kind of like, no, fuck you, you don't get to know what they're saying. You better talk German or you're screwed.
Dankeschön.
Bitte sehr. Brauchen Sie noch etwas?
Danke.
Bitte.
Well, now what? Oh, I've never seen this before. Picking more flowers.
Gibt's das denn, die Lilien blühen schon?
Sehr schön.
Ja, aber es ist doch noch so kalt.
What? Oh, is he picking one for her? That's lovely.
Für Sie ein Geschenk von der Madonna.
Oh no.
Nehmen Sie sie ruhig. Heute Nacht wird es kalt und sie wird sowieso erfrieren.
Sure, yeah, alright.
Thank you.
That was nice though, wasn't it? That was nice. Wish people would give me flowers. What am I using that on?
Father Getz said the lily was a gift from the Madonna. That's an odd way of looking at it.
What do I do now then?
I don't have anything to ask Gerda right now. I'm not sure why she'd want to see that.
I thought we were going to give her more flowers, but evidently not. We're going on a car ride. I don't know about going to any of the museums though, that's the thing. Well, I guess we can try. There's still this
I
door.
wonder where that door leads.
Got no way of opening it though. I feel like I'm in the wrong place. Stamberger C. Or is it Stamberger or Starnberger? I can't quite read that. Gotta be Starn, right? Starnberger. Did I miss anything from looking at the chapel?
It's a memorial chapel for Ludwig.
That simply does not work.
It's a memorial chapel for Ludwig.
Okay. Use it on the throw it the cross. No. Throw it in the water. No.
I wonder what it felt like under there.
Throw it in the water. Yeah, there we go. See? I don't...
I'm trying to figure out what you want me to do, but I need more information to work with. If you can send...
Kat, how's it going? Welcome on in. Yeah, Gabriel Knight 2. First time I played this, so... It's all new to me. I'm not entirely sure why I've used the lily on the lake, but... Ooh. I was just trying things, you know. I take it you're a fan of the game, though. But we saw someone in the lake, and that's it. Oh, where do I go now, though? Back to Ritter? Maybe. I don't know what else I would do. I don't even know what the point of that was, other than to see a face in the lake. Come on, Gerda. Give me some good info.
I don't have anything to ask Gerda right now.
Okay. Problem is, I just skipped that thing with Gerda then, so I don't know if I missed anything. I've already written a letter to Gabriel, haven't I? It's time to go to different places and click on everything. First, Wittersburg. We shall go to the pub. No, we shall go see if the mayor's there.
Guess they're closed.
Mayor is not there. Anything for me at the post office? Seems unlikely.
Hallo, Frau Gelder. Haben Sie etwas für mich?
Ja, ein Fax. Ein sehr langes Fax.
Oh!
Das ist aber nicht...
Fax!
Ist okay. Dankeschön.
Wow, the...
Oh.
Oh, I was about to say, if that was Gabriel faxing something over, that was awfully quick. The German postal system must be really quick, but no, it's from it's the diary translation. Fantastic. All right.
June 1872. Louis has convinced me to think matters through more thoroughly before I act. A trip it shall be then, to Shahin. It shall not alter my purpose, I feel, nor shall his compelling. The treaty is the ruin of my beloved Bavaria, and must be taken to task.
I thought Chapel's son said he wasn't going to send this over, though, so I don't know why he has.
1872. The pain gets so bad, I cannot hold a pen to write, but the horror is far worse than the pain. He says it was an act...
The horror? I thought he said something else then. She said something else then.
That it is a great adventure. I believe him 1 minute, and the next I can feel the flames of hell upon my heels. May God have mercy on my soul.
Indeed.
5th January 1874. By the power of Mary, Mother of God, I swear to refrain from the ultimate sin and to remain steadfast in my flesh. Sworn by the power of the lily, Eleanor.
I tell you what, after eating all I have at Christmas, I feel steadfast in my flesh, if you know what I mean. Put a few pounds on.
30th August 1879. I will not falter, but will remain true. No matter the torment or longing, I will not yield. I will control the process. God grant me strength and will. By the grace and power of the monarchy and its allegiance. De Paul Leroy, Eleanor. 10th September 1880. It is all finished. Elizabeth warned me, and I discovered the truth at last. O most venomous viper at my very bosom, O lowest of lowest worthy who ever breathed. My Judas, my devil. If I could tear my heart out and fling it after him in the dirt, I would. I would.
Talking about Wagner?
12th December 1880. He continues to come. The devil. I will never look upon his hideous face again. He is afraid I will tell, and I might. To destroy him, I might. When I think of the accident, now that things are clear, I wonder, was it truly an accident, or was it the plot to kill me? If so, why did he not complete it then, instead of putting me in this torment? Could he have hated me so? I wish to God he had simply ended it there. 10th June 1881. Terror. Rapture. During W's music tonight, I felt a pulling.
Okay, John Wagner's.
Horror nearly came upon me right there. Then the music turned, and it was gone. What can it mean? I must confide in the great friend. Perhaps he will know what has happened. 2nd August 1882. The experiments go better and better. W has proved as loyal and determined as ever I believed he would be in a matter of my salvation. He says he has the formula now. It remains only to put the finishing touches on the completed opera and to draw up the diagram for the crystals. Can it truly end? I scarce dare to hope. April 1883. The great friend is dead. How unjust that he should be taken from me now. Where is my chance at salvation?
Well, the great friend was Wagner then, I take it. But what were they up to with these crystals and stuff?
10th October 1885. There must be made clear funds for the crystals. Lies. Everyone lies. My own servants. What must I do? Must I sell one of my beloved castles? The crystals must be made. I grow daily less able to control my own will. How long will I be able to resist the ultimate sin? And the music is worthless without the device. Time is running out. The crystals must be made.
Is this wrong? But holy hell is...
Caravan, how's it going? How was Christmas? How was New Year? Are you well? I hope so. The crystals must be made. He was obsessed with the crystals. Oh, now what? I found the part that is... This stream so far today has been very, very dry, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. Yeah, a lot of reading, a lot of going to museums and reading stuff, and... what next then? What's next? Well, the guy at the Wagner Museum, we did agree to share any information about the diary with that guy. So maybe the game does actually want me to do that, so we'll go to the museum. Starting 2023 with a head cold. I didn't get to do a New Year's Eve thing last night. You were too tired. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Whereas we had a party here last night, and my friends came round, and all my friends have children. And they all the children stayed over while my friends went home. Because they had a sleepover here. So I'm very tired as well. Wagner Museum. Yeah, I knew it. We can share this.
Have you heard of Ludwig's diary?
Yes, but no one is allowed to see it.
It just so happens that I have a copy of an English translation right here. There's something I wanted to show you. Read this one.
August, 1880. The experiments go better and better. They has proved as loyal and determined as ever. It remains only to put the finishing touches on the completed opera and to make up the diagram for the crystal.
The opera is completed. See? He's very excited now, whatever his name is.
I am not supposed to have looked at this myself, but I am.
But he has. Tell you what, Tara, this game has made me learn things and I do not like it.
Yeah. Here.
July 1881. Richard returned from his meeting with the king. Never have I seen him so pale. I was concerned for his heart. He would not speak with me, but immediately shut himself up in his study and started working on a new project. He will not tell me the first thing about it. He will only say that it was time he repaid his king. It confirms Ludwig's diary. He wasn't crazy.
Yes, but Ludwig says that the opera was completed. Imagine that, completed.
Completed.
There's something else.
August 1882. We had a messenger tonight from the king. He brought a letter which Richard burnt. I did manage to see a bit of it. It said something about a great night in Munich and that it would be Richard's supreme triumph and someone else's destruction. Ludwig then wrote that even though he himself would probably die, his immortal soul would be freed thanks to Richard. I worry for poor Ludwig and for us. Where will we be if his madness continues? Surely someone will put an end to it. Wow.
There's one more.
Okay.
May 1883. I sent Richard's sealed package to the king, as he instructed moments before he closed his eyes forever. I could not even bring myself to care what was in it. What could it matter now? Whatever it is, I hope it brings the king good memories of Richard. He did so much for my beloved.
The package.
The package. Wait. Oh, chapter 5. Let's go. Back with Gabriel then. He sleeps with the medallion on? End up choking yourself on that bloody thing, look at it. I was remembering that.
Delightful. I'd love to meet her. Oh, she's a hoot, all right. Just pretend you don't have a penis around and you'll be fine. Got this inborn need to rip them off. Now I'm really intrigued.
Oh.
This one time, I'd gone off to this, well, party, you might say. And it was getting a bit hairy. Well, Gracie.
Oh, hello, who's this?
Better. Come here, Kleiner.
Lady in red is sitting on my knee. Oh, things are getting a bit, Is this where Gabriel excuses himself?
Detta does not speak English, but then she has her own methods of communication.
I should leave you two kids alone.
Oh, don't be silly.
I know they're in Germany, but are they going to do an Eiffel Tower on her? I can't believe I just said that. Oh, they are. This is getting really quite uncomfortable. This is like watching a porno with your parents. Or more accurately, this is like watching a film and then a sex scene comes on and you get like really uncomfortable.
I didn't expect her tonight. And for some reason I don't find myself in that mood. Besides,
oh, okay.
From what you've told me, you live like a monk down south at that castle. Your body needs some attention. Detta. Tagga in sein Schlafzimmer.
Oh my. Oh, I bet this was a ruse to get access to his medallion. Yeah, here he comes. Ready for round 2, Gabriel. Why is he messing with his hair? I mean, I know he's got lovely hair. Was Gabriel away then? What is going on? Okay, this... I don't know what to say about that. That's, the Booty Jaeger, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh. I feel unclean after that. Did we ever get the... Hold on. Stop. Do we have the tape? Or do I have to go get it? No, we don't have the tape. So I must have to... Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? Gabriel, come back! Please! Gabriel, please! Where are you? He's gone without us. Oh, there we go. Can I go into the Hunt Club then and get the tape back from the magazine? Oh, hello.
The men will be meeting here later today for the trip. I'm sure they won't wait for you.
Oh, yeah.
So you might want to be on time.
I'll be here. Sweet of you to worry, though.
Was it just in here? Real smooth. Keeping it secret from everybody who isn't there.
I recorded some of Aunt Zell's conversation last night. Unfortunately, it's in German.
Oh, let's go to, what's his name? Ubergrau. Get it translated. Not a problem. And he'll have Gracie's letter as well, so... Do-do-do-do-do. This walk across the Marienplatz just gets on my nerves now. I don't know who thought it was a good idea. And no one's changed their clothes.
Morning, Gabriel. Another envelope came from Rittersberg. A request for me and a letter for you.
Say thank you.
Have any luck with that missing person search?
Oh, of course, I forgot. Frau Hogel dropped off something this morning. Yes, there are 2 forest areas where missing persons incidents are concerned. The Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald and the Naturpark Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Wald. Frau Hogel checked both these areas back 10 years. Between 1960 and 1969, there were only 1 to 2 cases a year in the Bavarian National Forest area. Between 1970 and 1990, there were 10 to 12 cases each year. Oh. In 1991, it went up to 17, then went back down to 12 in 92 and 93. The Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Wald figures are similar.
Curious.
Does something ring a bell?
If it does, I should be able to hear it loud and clear. I'm leaving this afternoon for the Bavarian National Forest.
Ubergrau, tell me what you're concerned about there. What was with that little musical sting then? Translate this for me, please.
Can I bother you for another favor? I need something translated, and I need somebody I can trust to do it.
And you're asking me? You obviously don't know German lawyers.
Oh, German lawyer joke.
Harry, you're such a kidder. Okay. Here it is.
Wir müssen miteinander reden.
We should talk?
Nein.
No?
Es ist meine Karriere, verdammt noch einmal. Vielleicht sogar mehr, wenn die...
His career is in danger even if the police...
Ich habe Ihnen doch gesagt, nicht darüber zu sprechen.
I told you not to speak of it.
Aber ich denke mir, dass die Polizei bereits weiß, dass unsere Wölfe nichts damit zu tun haben. Die können einen Test machen an den Körpern.
The police must know that our wolves are not responsible. There are tests they can perform on the bodies.
Gut. Ihre geflüchteten Wölfe sind keine Killer. Was soll's? Halten Sie nur Ihren Mund. Sie sind damit besser dran.
So, your escaped wolves are not the killers. What's the problem?
Aber Herr Knight, er kam gestern Morgen zu meinem Büro. Er hat viele Fragen gestellt.
He says you've been asking a lot of questions.
I mean, that's true.
Worüber?
About what?
Über die Wölfe.
About the wolves. Who are these men?
Just friends. I think there's more.
Was ist los, von Eigner? Ich muss mit jemand anderem reden.
He doesn't want to talk, says he has someone else to speak to.
Ich habe mir gedacht, wissen Sie etwas über Großbergs Tod?
Do you know anything about Grossberg's death?
Wieso sollte ich?
Why the hell should I?
Nun, ganz einfach. Ich gab Ihnen seinen Namen.
I gave you his name.
Und?
And?
Er fragt mich, ob ich Grossberg kenne.
He says you asked him if he knew Grossberg.
Was?
Was? I understood that bit.
I think I know what happens next.
You know, it would be a great tragedy if the Ritalin were to die out. A great, great tragedy. I'm not just talking about for the sake of our firm, but...
I know what I'm doing, Harry.
Harry's saying, don't die. Don't die. Gracie's letter, let's read it.
Gabriel, I've been busy on this case, and it's starting to pay off. Thought I'd fill you in. There's definitely something going on with Ludwig II. I'm pretty sure he was involved with a werewolf. In fact, he was probably turned into one himself. Anyway,
yeah, of course.
Something happened to him on this hunting trip, and afterwards he fits the profile in the lore book to a T. It's really fascinating. There's an American couple here, the Smiths. They're from Pennsylvania, if you can believe it. Mrs. Smith has been telling me all about your fortune, and she's sure you're tied in with Ludwig somehow. She also told me to warn you to beware the
Imagine getting a letter like this.
Have you learned anything about that yet? So don't tell me where you're staying, as if I care. Really, we're supposed to be a team, Gabriel. I'm holding up my end. I've about done all I can down here, and if you want, I can join you there soon. Perhaps I'll see something I recognize from my research. I'm serious. Grace.
My research.
She's losing it. Ludwig II, a werewolf. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Time is it? 11:20. I was just thinking I'm very tired now, and I might go to bed. So I believe I shall leave it there. Give it a quick save. And now I need to go find someone to raid. I'll tell you what though, this got weird today, didn't it? We got a heck of a information dump through Grace's chapter. We sat through that entire chapter, which was just pure information dump. Not that I mind. But well, maybe next weekend, next Sunday, we'll get a nice fun Gabriel chapter, if what Terravan says is correct. So we'll look out for that. So that'll be next Sunday, more of this, and then next Friday I think I'll continue with Cyberpunk, because I enjoyed Cyberpunk last Friday, even though I spent most of the stream going off on tangents.